Hey, welcome to Sipper Social Club. I'm Jeremy, and tonight, talking about the Macallan 12-year-old 110 proof, a bottle that really shocked the whiskey world. It definitely caught some eyes in ex-Macallan fans and Macallan fans alike. Somewhat a surprise that a age-stated, high ABV, well-priced bottle got released by Macallan. Many people have reviewed it, including myself. Link in the description down below if you want to see a full review of this. And for the most part, it got very, very good reviews. Some would say that in the higher ABV, sherry matured Scotch whiskies, that this would be at the very top. Many people in the comment section pointed out that if it's not this, what could possibly beat it? Well, tonight we can find out. I've got some other sherried Scotch whiskies at higher ABVs that I think could maybe compete with this. We'll try them blind, we'll see what we like. The contenders are GlenAllachie 10-year-old. This one is batch 3. It only uses PX and Oloroso sherry cask. It's 58.2% ABV. Next up, a classic, the Aberlour Abuna. This particular batch is 74, an older one, 60% even on the ABV. We have the Arran sherry cask, natural cask strength, 55.8% on this batch. The Edradour cask strength, this particular one is an older bottling, it's 12 years old. It is 57.8% ABV. And lastly, Macallan versus Macallan. This is the classic cut, the 2017 release, 58.4% ABV. These are the 5 that I currently have that I think could somewhat compete with Macallan 12-year-old 110. I've got all 5 of these plus the Macallan 12-year-old 110 poured out. They're all labeled. I'm going to try them all blind, see which one comes out on top. Alright, starting with here. Here's the first glass. See what we got. This is absolutely delicious. Big, full sherry notes here. Very overripe plum. Like a really juicy raisin. There's like some blackberry note. Viscosity is great. Mouthfeel is great. This is absolutely everything you want in a sherry Scotch. Yeah, absolutely great stuff. Love this one. Water, round 2. Really, really nice. The citrus, definitely noticeable. Chocolate citrus, very, very noticeable in this. Again, very rich, very juicy kind of red fruits in this. Chocolate. Definitely the chocolate note comes through. Get some oak. The oak is very noticeable in here. It's absolutely delicious. Again, great viscosity, great finish. I would have to guess this is one of the Macallans because of that chocolate orange. But again, very, very good. All right, glass 3. I mean, these are all great whiskeys. I love all of these. Okay, this one, spice. Definitely more spice than the previous 2. Again, lots of fruit, plums, figs are all coming through. This one's got a little something extra though. Almost got this wine gum candy note to it. I really like that. Maybe a little bit of that citrus, but really nice. A little more bite on the finish, but kind of in a good way. This one's really good. Nice, very nice whiskey. Glass 4. All right, a little more gritty, kind of dungy, dirty strawberry note on this one. Yeah, so lots of sherry influence in here. Like a field-picked, unwashed, straight from the farm, raspberry strawberry. Maybe a bit on the more youthful side. You do pick up a lot of intensity on the palate. It's not necessarily drinking hot. I can tell this one, there's some younger casks in here. All in all, very solid though. But probably my least favorite so far. All right, glass 5. Really nice spice notes on this one. It's almost like a cardamom, allspice, baking spice, almost kind of like that with a little bit of like cinnamon stick. Less sherry intensity on this one. Not getting those like super juicy red fruits like some of the previous classes had. All right, last up. Really sweet on the nose. Almost like this bubblegum kind of like sweetness to it. Yeah, really different than the other 5. This one, very sweet. Almost like this candy-like bubblegum, strawberry kind of bubblegum note, which is really nice. Spice, you don't really get as much spice in this one. And again, you don't get those like very vibrant, juicy kind of fruits. You do get a really nice finish though. Very nice on this one. All right, first impressions on the first go through. Liked pretty much all of them. Some of them had those more kind of intense fruit notes, the kind of like juicy figs, plums, a little bit of citrus there. All of these had really good viscosity. They had really good finishes. Of course, some of these are no age statement. They have younger whiskey in them than, of course, 12 years old. I didn't really notice too much youthfulness, but for the most part, these are drinking nice. I'm gonna go through them one more time and make a final decision. Okay, I've gone through them a couple more times, lots more nosing, lots more tasting, and I've ranked them in order. Least favorite to favorite. Glass 6, least favorite is, this is the Arran. The Arran cask strength sherry cask, sherry hogshead. I'm kind of not surprised with that. I did think this Arran was like pretty solid, but I think that the complexity is just not quite there. Didn't really stand out versus the others. Glass 5, this is the Edradour. My second last is Edradour. I think I said this one was like youthful, but this is like 12 years old. This is just as old as the 110. And I really kind of always liked this bottle quite a bit. Just wasn't performing tonight, apparently. All right, in fourth place is the Macallan Classic Cut. This one I thought was pretty solid, but it just got beat out by the other ones. I do like this Macallan Classic Cut. This is the 2017, probably my favorite, probably the one that people would say is like the best Classic Cut. I feel like they've just kind of gone down in quality and people's enjoyment in years as they release more and more and more. I mentioned in my review of the 110, I just wish they would just like discontinue this one, focus on this. We'll see what happens. Third place is the Aberlour Abuna. Interesting. So probably one of the youngest. Probably like this. Of course, this and the Arran, maybe the youngest of the bunch. But this batch, particularly of Abuna, this is batch 74. I really always did like this batch quite a bit. These are very batch dependent. Some are great, some are just okay. I've always kind of had a soft spot for this one, and I thought it was very, very good. All right, runner up, second place is the Macallan 110 proof. There you have it. I could kind of pick this one out. It was interesting because like I knew that this was a Macallan when I first tried it, but when I tried the Classic Cut, I didn't necessarily pick up that chocolate orange. This one was very, very apparent. Again, this is really, really good. It's got a lot of boldness, a lot of those juicy fruits. I think that the only reason that this didn't come out on top is this oak note in here is very pronounced. All of these whiskeys, you get a little bit of oak, of course. You get oak with any whiskey. This one, it kind of like raised above some of the other notes, and I think that's why that the GlenAllachie 10-year-old batch 3 is the winner. I've spoken about GlenAllachie so much on this channel, and you know, this batch 3, of course, is a really, really good one. It was before they started using wine casks in these. Pretty much every batch of this, except for batch 7, I've really, really liked. Batch 8, batch 9, I haven't tried the most recent ones. I think they're up to 12, 13 now. And for price, this is cheaper than the Macallan, of course. So I think that even though in this tasting tonight, this is the go-to for me, I think if I put this Macallan up for maybe like a different batch, like a random batch, it might not live up to it. It was very close. But these two, I think these are the first two I tried. The richness of the sherries really shine through, and I think that's what I like most about them. I think that's what you look for when you're trying like a high ABV, heavily sherried scotch. You want that like rich boldness to kind of just hit your palate. You're looking for those like red fruits. That spice note that kind of comes through with like those Oloroso casks sometimes is always really, really nice. As long as it's balanced, as long as all those things are balanced together. I think the GlenAllachie does it really, really well. I think the Macallan also does really, really well, except for that little spike of oak that I get. It might just be me personally with that note, because I know a lot of people like love this bottle. I think in my review I said, like, you know, it's very, very good. It's just that oak note is kind of a little off-putting for me to score this where I would be like, go out and buy it without trying it. But I mean, these results are kind of where I thought they would be, except for the Edradour. I can't believe that this was so low, because I really like this bottle. Of course, it's an old one. The new one is 12-year-old age dated, and it's batched. I haven't tried it yet. I know that a lot of people say a lot of good things about it. and it's priced almost the same as the Macallan. So that new Edradour 12 cask strength versus the Macallan is a very good head-to-head. Watch out for that on the Whiskey Rant podcast. Rob and I are going to do that very, very soon. But let me know in the comments down below if you've tried any of these expressions before and you're into the Macallan 110. Let me know if any of these are potential rivals for this one. Or is there something else that I don't have on the table tonight that you think competes very, very well with this Macallan as far as ABV, age statement, price range, etc. Love to hear it in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to make your way back to this channel for more content like this, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell notification. YouTube promotes weird videos on your homepage nowadays, so if you want to keep up with whiskey content, make sure the bell is notified. If you want to support this channel even more, you can check out Patreon. You can maybe get samples of whiskeys even better than this. Check out the description down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Really much appreciated. Have a good one. Cheers. Woohoo. This is a hell of a blend. You know, it's not as good as you think it would be.